Good morning, YouTube. Today is the day. It's NFL Championship Sunday. Two great matchups down to the final four teams. What more can we ask for, right? We have Green Bay heading into Seattle with the 12th man. Ooh. And Indianapolis going into New England. I mean, I know I'm pumped. Tell me if you're pumped. Right. All right, let's just get into it. We have Green Bay heading into Seattle. It's a 12:05 start here on the West Coast, and Seattle's favored by 7.5 points. Green Bay off that emotional win. Some will say that it's a controversial win. I'm not gonna get into that. I already got into that, all this week with other people, and I'll just say this: by definition, it was not a catch. Sorry, hate to break it to you, Cowboy fans. I know if that happened to the Niners, I'd be pissed. So you guys have all the right to be pissed because he made a sensational grab. Dez Bryant leaped up into the air, but he couldn't, according to the rule, he didn't come down with a full complete. Then the next game is at 3:40 West Coast time, Indianapolis at New England. Now I have a little bit of fun trivia for you guys. Three of the four quarterbacks that are headed into this weekend have won a championship. That one that hasn't is Andrew Luck. So he still has plenty of time and plenty of talent. All he needs is a little bit of luck. Hey, maybe he gets it this season. Who knows? Also, three of the four quarterbacks. I have to talk about the Bay. Oh, Stanford football, right? Three of the four quarterbacks are repping the Bay in some way. We have Andrew Luck, who went to Stanford. We have Aaron Rodgers, grew up in Chico, went to Cal. Hey, we Cal versus Stanford, right? Tom Brady, born in San Mateo, born and raised. So, those three rep the Bay, and I gotta say it's pretty awesome. I love when I see things like that. Last bit of trivia: it's only been twice in the last 20 years where the top ranked teams have met each other in the Super Bowl. And the last time was last year when Seattle trounced the Broncos. But this could be the third time. We have Seattle and New England if they reach the pinnacle. Let's get into the first game. Again, we have Green Bay heading into Seattle. Aaron Rodgers versus Russell Wilson. Eddie Lacy versus Beast Mode himself. Um, the way I see this turning out, how about we do this a little bit backwards? I'll give you my final score prediction and who's going to win representing the NFC, and then I'll tell you why. I see Seattle winning 38-31. Unfortunately, I think Seattle outmatches Green Bay almost in every aspect. If Aaron Rodgers wasn't hurt, I would probably give the edge to Green Bay just because I'm rooting for them. um, but no, in all honesty, I think Aaron Rodgers is a difference maker, and I mean I'm not going out on a limb when I'm saying that, right? This guy has proven time and time again, if you give him 2 minutes to drive down the field, no timeouts, he'll pull a rabbit out of his hat, and then he'll do his discount double check. So the guy is amazing. I can't say anything bad about him. He's a fantastic athlete, a great leader, and yeah, if I needed a final drive, it'd be either him or Tom Brady. Because Tom Brady obviously has shown in the past he can do it, but I think it's Aaron Rodgers' time. Anyways, I didn't think his leg injury would be as bad as it was. It affected him pretty bad in the first half of that Dallas game. He was not Aaron Rodgers. He was out of sync, but they made some halftime adjustments. He got in there, and then he looked like the Aaron Rodgers that we know. And Green Bay shut it down. So here's why I think Seattle is going to win. Although Marshawn Lynch only ran for 59 yards against the Panthers, this man if you feed him the ball and you make it a priority to run the ball, which if I were Seattle, that's what I would do against Green Bay, he's gonna rip a big run. He's gonna wear down that defense. He's gonna make it easier for the passing game to develop. I mean, Russell Wilson should bank on giving the ball to Marshawn Lynch. Get that defense tired. Even if the defense is holding and stopping the run, the first couple of drives, stick with it. That's how you're going to beat this Green Bay team. They allowed 138 yards rushing to the running backs of Dallas. DeMarco Murray had 127 himself. So why not feed Marshawn Lynch? Marshawn Lynch, he may be at the tail end of his career. Who knows? But this man is shown to be a very difficult man to bring down. And Green Bay's defense is shown to be pretty porous when it comes to stopping the run. They have wide gaps. Why not feed into that? You have a beast, a machine that can tear through it. That's how I would attack Green Bay if I were Seattle. Um, Russell Wilson had an impressive game. Didn't throw too much, only 22 attempts, 15 of 22, 268 yards, but had 3 touchdowns. And he's 5-1 in the playoffs. That one loss was on the road against Atlanta, and that was a very close game. I think it was like 30-28 or something. So Russell Wilson has shown the capability of winning, especially winning at home. He's undefeated in the playoffs at home, and it hurts me to say, no. It's facts are facts. So pretty much Green Bay. If I were Green Bay, I would also rely on the run. Probably a little bit more so you can open up some passing lanes for Aaron Rodgers. Not that he needs a big window, but you got to keep this defense of Seattle on their toes. If you don't, they're going to just maul you. They're going to make you one-dimensional, and then they're going to attack and blitz and come from all sorts of areas and make it a very difficult game. But especially if Aaron Rodgers isn't 100%. And I know he had limited practice, but obviously he's going to tape it up and he's going to go. So, anyways, Eddie Lacy had 101 yards against Dallas. The objective is to get that defense tired, get that defense on their toes, and then have Rodgers just dump pass here, dump pass there. That's what Rodgers does best. He learned that from Brett Favre, or he picked it up through osmosis. I mean, anytime he's in trouble, he finds a way out. He's Houdini-esque. Anytime you think he's in trouble, he gets out of it. And that's very frustrating for a defense. If you pair that with a great running attack, you're going to have a chance to win. So if I were Green Bay, that'd be my strategy. 38-31. Seattle's favored by 7.5. So I don't think just by that half point they will not cover. The next game, number 4 Indy going into Foxborough, Massachusetts, to take on the number 1 New England Patriots. How many times have we said that? I mean, the Patriots are... is there a word better than dynasty to describe a team? You look at this team and no matter what, they find a way. Bill Belichick is the greatest at finding ways with his personnel. He doesn't develop scheme. He does it all. If he has the wide receiver, when he has the weapons to throw to, he lets it go. He lets Tom Brady break records. When they don't have veteran or even like number 1 or number 2 receivers, they have a bunch of number 2s and 3s, I guess. They run the ball. The Garrett Blunt and everyone else that they've had, they just, they become a different team. Like I said, Bill Belichick is the master of schemes. He uses his personnel to the best of his ability, and that's very damn good. New England's favored by 6.5. This game is at 3:40 West Coast time on CBS. And let's just look at the stats. Tom Brady, his last game threw for 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 367 yards, 33 of 50. Andrew Luck, he had a game that was he made the passes when he needed to. That's all I can say. His stats don't really explain the magic that is Andrew Luck. He threw for 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and those 2 interceptions, one came at the very end of the first half, I believe. He just chucked it, tried to go for a big play, and it got picked off. So I'm not gonna hate him for that. Um, and he put it up 43 times himself. So this game is gonna be relying a lot on the arms of Andrew Luck and Tom Brady, especially. New England only had 14 yards rushing against Baltimore. They were up by 14 points in the first half, by 14 points to start the second half, basically, and ended up losing a very close game. I really thought they were going to pull it out, but again, Belichick, Brady, and the rest of the gang showed why they are the team to beat. Um, so in the first game, I predicted Seattle to defend the NFC, number 1 ranked for the NFC. And I brought up the whole thing about it's only happened twice in the last 20 years that the two top ranked teams have advanced to the Super Bowl. I'm predicting an upset. And this might upset some of you guys, but I'm predicting Indianapolis winning 34-31. And here's the big reason why. That pass defense, the secondary of Indianapolis, they've just played big in the playoffs. Surprisingly so. I didn't think they would do it, but they stopped Dalton. True, he didn't have his number 1 target, but they still stopped him, held him to 10 points. And my God, man, what they did to Peyton Manning, held Peyton Manning to only 211 passing yards. That's it. They shut him down. Tom Brady, he shows that he's a clutch quarterback. I'm not going to take that away from him. In fact, it's not going to shock me at all, obviously, if New England wins. But again, my gut's telling me that Indianapolis is they're going to lock down Brady, going to Foxborough. And I know I said I had no more, stats or whatnot or trivia bits, but the last time that a quarterback beat both Peyton Manning and Tom Brady on the road in the playoffs was Skinny Joe Flacco. He beat Manning in 2012. I believe Broncos were ranked number 1, so he beat them in Denver. Then traveled to New England and beat Tom Brady, and then went on and won the Super Bowl, beat the 49ers. Yeah, okay, so yeah, he won the MVP of the Super Bowl, beat the 49ers 34-31, and that was all she wrote. So can Andrew Luck be the next Flacco in doing that? He has his opportunity. He beat Manning. Now all he has to do is beat Tom Brady. Not too easy, obviously, but New England surprisingly allowed 136 yards on the ground. Indianapolis rushed for 99. Luck is a very mobile quarterback, and he will take that. If I'm Indianapolis, any way you can gain yards, that's what I'm doing. Luck, get on your horse, run for 10, 15, 19 yards. But do that enough just so New England has to respect it. If they respect it, you're going to get your passing lanes open. Anyways, hope everyone has a great Championship Sunday. Enjoy every game. Please subscribe, hit the like button, leave comments. Even if you completely leave a comment, say, hey, I totally disagree with you, man. You don't know what you're talking about. I'll enjoy reading your comments. And yeah, again, if you leave me something like that, at least come with why you think I'm wrong, and put up some stats to prove it. In 2 weeks' time, it's the Super Bowl in Arizona. Can't wait for that. All right, this is G Hombre signing off, saying keep it G. Love ya.